Hi there, welcome to the Barbara Young channel, welcome to my Friday Sews. First of all, I'd just like to start by saying thank you to Jen from Today in Jen Sewing for creating the hashtag Friday Sews. All you got to do is type in the hashtag Friday Sews and do a search and bring up all the other people that do a Friday Sews. But of course, please watch mine first. So, what have I been doing this week? What have I made? Well, I haven't made anything, to be quite honest. I haven't done any sewing at all really to speak of. I've had a busy week really doing other things, just had other stuff to get on with, and it just meant that I've not really had chance to sort of sit down and really put any sewing into practice, as it were. I've had a couple of things I wanted to do and picked up, and I just didn't do anything. So there's nothing that I've got to show you this week in the way of sewing. But then I suppose you get that sometimes. Some weeks are just busier than others, and that's how it goes. So sorry, I've got nothing sewing wise to show you or tell you about. So from sewing, I suppose, straight into life, as it were. Now, I did do something. I did actually go away. Last weekend I actually went away, so I can tell you about that, where I went to and what I did. I decided to take the opportunity to go away for a little bit, just for a couple of days last weekend, to an area that I wanted to go to for, well, I suppose quite a while. The last few years I'd like to have gone there, and I hadn't got round to going to there. It's a place called Arne, and it's in the county of Dorset, and it is actually an RSPB, which is the Royal Society of Protection of Birds. It's like a nature reserve area that they've got, and it's down pretty much near onto the south coast down that way. And I wanted to go there and experience that place, so that's what I did. I went down there and had a good long sort of walk look experience of being down there in the nature reserve, and it really was a lovely place. It's absolutely wonderful experience. The weather was quite nice. It was a bit overcast, but it was also quite sunny. It was definitely very warm. There was a very strong sea breeze coming in, so it was very windy at points, but when you was walking through the more wooded areas and that more secluded areas, that was, you know, you weren't getting hit by that breeze. But yeah, all in all, it was really wonderful experience. Now, I did take some pictures and some little video clips of my day and time at the nature reserve. So what I'll do is I'll do a section of a mixture of video clips and pictures. And I'll put that at the end so you can see that and see some of the things I saw and experienced there, and it was absolutely wonderful. So that was a real experience to do, and it's something that I probably won't get the chance to go and do again for a long time, I expect. So yeah, I enjoyed doing that. So that was really wonderful experience. Now, while I was down that way, I did go and have a look at some shops. You know, I didn't just go to the nature reserve. I did have a little bit of a look round. I was there for a couple of days, and I did go into a couple of thrift stores and a fabric store as well. Yeah, well, you have to do these sort of things, don't you? You know, so I got a couple of things, not much really. From the thrift store, what I got was a pattern. Found a Prima pattern. This is, let's see what it says. It's a Prima pattern from March 2019. It says designer inspired lined jacket with pocket and trim variations. So yeah, I thought that was really nice. I don't know if the line drawings will be easily visible on there, so that's the sort of thing you get. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually having a go at one of those jackets, and they look like they're not overly tailored, but I imagine that might be able to put a certain amount of tailoring in them, give a bit more shaping, but obviously you don't want them really tight or anything because they are, after all, a jacket. So yeah, They look really nice. That's groovy. That was one of the things I found in the thrift store. And the other thing was this little wooden owl. I think this is absolutely groovy. And I kept thinking, is this machine made? But it's got to have been handmade, because, you know, there's wood still on the inside. Wait, I don't know how I can, let me get that there. And you can sort of see through it. It's been carved to the inside but it is a little owl. I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. That was really nice, you know, with the carvings and the markings. So yeah, just this groovy little owl, wooden owl. I know it serves no real purpose, but I just really liked it. So I got that. And I think it is wood. Some people might think maybe it's resin, but I don't think it is. I think it's definitely wood. It's got that feel about it. No idea what wood it is. I wouldn't imagine it'd be anything exotic, because obviously we want to be sustainable and look after our environment. But yeah, that was in the thrift store. So I got that as well. I thought that was really, really nice. Now, I did get a couple of bits from a fabric store as well. So I'll start with the trimmings, so the extras, as it were, the haberdashery. There was this bias tape, or something I use for edging, especially on the bottoms of hemming skirts. And this one says "So Happy," so I think it's absolutely brilliant. So I've got quite a few meters of that one, because it's something I probably will use on hopefully on a number of skirts, or maybe tops. And then I also got this this wonderful fancy bias tape. I'm not sure what I'd use that on. Maybe use that on a nice lightweight top. That's a nice edging. Maybe something that's got a sleeveless, so I might put it on the edge of a sleeve. But yeah, that's really nice. I do like that. That's a lovely floral bias tape. A couple of bits of material. And the first bit is this. Now, if this looks familiar, it is because I have already got this material. But the amount that I got before, I made a top with it. And then what I'd got left isn't quite enough to make a skirt. So what I've done is I've got a metre of this. So that metre with what I've got should be enough, hopefully, that I can now make a skirt with that. Nothing extravagant or too long, but a nice basic skirt. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And the next piece of fabric is effectively this one. So it's the same fabric as the purple, the same print, just a different colour. And I've got 2 meters of this, so I should have enough there to make either a top or a skirt, whichever takes my fancy. That is nice. I do like that colour. It's a lovely, lovely colour. Somewhat rather more subtle than the purple, but I like that. Yes, brilliant. So that's what I bought when I was away as well. So, you know, just a little bit of shopping, but the main experience was going to the nature reserve, because that was really wonderful to see what was there, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Now on Saturday, tomorrow that is, I've actually got my sewing social that I go to, that I've started going to, that's set up by Shropshire Sews. So I'm looking forward to going to that. What I'm going to take with me is one of my bags that I've got cut out. Last week, was it? I said I got some bags that I was cutting out and getting ready. So I'm going to take one of those, because I haven't actually sewn any of them up as yet. So I'll do that. So I'll have one of them to do, and I'll hopefully get on. I might not get the whole thing done, but hopefully I'll get far on, get enough of it done. And yeah, so that'll be my sewing social projects on Saturday, tomorrow. A bag that I'll get on with. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going and meeting up, hopefully have some chats and, you know, get some sewing done as well. But there we go, that's the reason for going to it, isn't it? To get and socialise with like-minded people who are into sewing and making things. So yeah, so that'll be Saturday. The rest of next week, don't know. I have no idea. I've not had any or set any plans just lately, so I've sort of like flitted a bit from thing to thing and never really got anything done. It's like this week I've been busy with other things, so I've never really sort of got a specific let me start that again, specific task or project to do. I need some new teeth some days, I really do. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what I'll do next week, but I'm sure I'll try and get something done for next week, whatever that might be. And hopefully there'll be some sewing to tell you about next week. But yeah, Saturday, sewing social. Next week, who knows what the week will bring, but that's it really. So there we go. So that is all that I have to bring you. Doesn't seem like a lot, does it? And I suppose sewing wise it's not, because I haven't brought you anything at all. But I've been away and I've enjoyed my time, and even though I've been busy this week and not got anything done, yeah, I feel really quite happy and relaxed about the week, I suppose, and then looking forward to the sewing social in next week. So there we go. And if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, that way you always get a notification of when my videos come out. Just click that bell icon and you will get a little notification. Please do comment. I do love reading your comments. Always nice to hear what you're thinking and what you're up to. And if you wish to chat amongst yourselves in the comments, please do, because that's why we come together in it, to make those connections. So what I'm going to do now is leave you with the little bits at the end of when I went to the nature reserve. I take pictures and video clips for you to watch. So I certainly hope you enjoyed that, and it's something that you enjoy watching, and it's nice to see what I have been seeing. So I think it's just left me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Albion.